Welcome to Jets TV. Please comment, rate, subscribe, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe. Please like the videos. I want to thank everyone that does watch and share and comments on my videos, man. You guys are the absolute greatest, man. Really appreciate it. Without further ado, I want to go ahead. Let's get right into it. I am a co-host on a radio show called Let's Talk Jets. My other co-host, his name is Tyson Roush. His college football team is absolute trash. Not here to talk about that. We're live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, guys. We also take callers as well. So go ahead and call in if you can. You can also go on Facebook, like our Facebook page, search Long Beach Joe on Facebook, guys. Boom, all of our content's right there. Go ahead and comment on there. Give us some feedback. Let us know what you think about the show. You can also, follow us on Twitter as well at Talk Jets Radio. Go ahead and, follow us. Let us know what you think about the show as well. You can also follow me on Twitter too at YoungJ000. That's 3 zeros, guys. Go ahead and follow me. You can talk to me about the show. You can talk to me about the Jets. You can troll me. You can do whatever you want to do, man. I'm here for you. I'm here to comfort you guys. So go ahead and do that. I'm also attached to a website as well, nyjetsfans.com. Wonderful website with a ton of great writers writing about the Jets, giving unique perspectives. They also have a shop over there with towels and shirts and all types of Jet paraphernalia. Go over there and get involved with that site. Favorite it, go to it every single day. Go buy something. I'm telling you, it's an excellent site. Great stuff we got going on over there. So go be a part of what's going on with that. So without further ado, guys, here is my week 3 picks recap. Oh, man. What a week for the Jets. What a week for some of my picks. Let's go ahead and get right into it. First game, Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins. I told you, Miami Dolphins, they got this one. I feel it in my gut. I'm just going with this game. I think they're going to pull it out. I was completely wrong. Buffalo Bills 41, Miami Dolphins 14. Honestly, we could talk about all types of things, but to be honest, Buffalo just absolutely put the clamps on Miami and just destroyed them. I mean, Tyrod Taylor, he was solid. We could just start with him. I mean, this guy, 21 of 29, he had 277 yards throwing the ball, and he had 3 TDs. He just went off. I mean, he just absolutely went off. And it wasn't just him either. Their run game was pretty solid. Carlos Williams is the guy they just brought in, and he was able to get 12 carries for 110 yards. He had a TD. I mean, these guys just absolutely had their way with the Dolphins. Ryan Tannehill was under duress all day. He was 26 of 49, 297 yards throwing the ball. He had 2 TDs. He also had 3 interceptions. He also had a fumble as well that he lost. I mean, the Buffalo Bills were everywhere. They were playing hard defense, sound defense. Jonas Gray was the leading rusher for the Miami Dolphins. He had 9 carries for 49 yards. The only guy that really was like, whoa, he played pretty solidly for the Dolphins offensively was Rashad Matthews. He had 6 catches for 113 yards and 2 TDs. Jarvis Landry only had 8 catches for 67 yards. I mean, there was really no bright spots. I mean, Matthews just scored in the 3rd and the 4th. Outside of that, again, Buffalo just dominated them in this game. I mean, I don't even know what to say, man. Buffalo just played hard, man. They came out and Rex schemed it up like he always does, and that defense just put it on them boys. So, with that said, Miami lost, so that got me a loss. So we're moving right along. Next game, Redskins at New York Giants. I took the New York Giants, and I finally got a win for the week. Oh, my goodness. Redskins 21, New York Giants 32. The Giants just were able to get some turnovers early in this game, and they were able to get up, produce points off those turnovers, get themselves a lead, and they were able to just keep it rolling and coast away with the win. I mean, the Redskins didn't look too great at all. Kirk Cousins was 30 of 49, 316 yards throwing the ball. He had a TD. He also had 2 interceptions. The run game really wasn't there either. Matt Jones only had 11 rushes for 38 yards. I mean, the Redskins just could not run the ball to save their lives here. Jordan Reed was their leading receiver. He had 9 catches for 96 yards. It just wasn't the Redskins' day. But on the other side of the ball, I mean, you know what? I talked about Eli Manning. I said, can Eli put together a solid game for me? He doesn't have to do anything crazy. He doesn't have to be a world beater. I don't need 450 yards of offense from him. I just need him to be consistent and just move the ball for me. And that's exactly what he did for me in this game. He was 23 of 32. He had 279 yards throwing the ball. He had 2 TDs. And no turnovers for him. No interceptions on the day. Rashad Jennings was so-so in the run game. He was the leading rusher. He only had 11 carries for 32 yards. But I tell you who came up big. My boy, Ruben Randall. Ruben Randall showed up. You know, Tom Coughlin had talked about him all week, saying we got to get this guy involved in the game. We got to get him going. We got to make him a point of focus in our offense. And that's exactly what they did. Ruben Randall had 7 catches for 116 yards and a TD. You know, Odell Beckham showed up as well. He had 7 catches for 79 yards, and a TD as well. So again, the Giants were just able to get up early, produce points off the turnovers that they got, and just coast away with the victory. So, man, the Giants won, so that got me a win because I picked them. Whew, finally. Last but not least, guys, my favorite game, your favorite game, the Philadelphia Eagles at the New York Jets. Oh no. I told you this was going to be, you know, a solid game for the Jets, that the Jets were just going to be able to walk. They can match up with a lot of things that the Eagles were going to do. Boy, was I wrong. Ryan Fitzpatrick was 35 of 58. He threw the ball 58 times, guys. It was ridiculous. 283 yards, 2 TDs, 3 interceptions. Oh my goodness. The reason why he threw the ball 58 times was because the run game was complete trash for the Jets. Bilal Powell was the leading rusher. He had 10 rushes for 31 yards. Listen, the Eagles defense came to play. All right, plain and simple, they came to play. They shut down the run game, and they made it extremely hard for Ryan Fitzpatrick in the pass game as well. There were guys in his face all day. You know, Ryan Fitzpatrick missed a couple throws as well. There were some guys that were open that he missed. And the interceptions that he threw, one of which kind of wasn't his fault because it touched Brandon Marshall's hand. And we'll get to Brandon Marshall a little bit later on in just a second, but because he didn't play very well either. One of which touched Brandon Marshall's hands, and it came right out of his hands and went to an Eagles defender. Another one got tipped at the line. You know, it's just a play by one of the defensive linemen. They ended up knocking it down and was able to intercept it. Another interception that he threw was to Devin Smith, deep. I thought Devin Smith should have fought for the ball a little bit harder, but at the end of the day, the cornerback made, a very good play. And that just kind of wrapped up just the 3 interceptions for Fitzpatrick. I mean, it was just a bad day offensively. The Jets didn't look good at all offensively. Honestly, in the first half, the team didn't look good, period, because the defense was getting destroyed. And we'll get into that a little bit later. But let's talk about Brandon Marshall. Brandon Marshall was ridiculous in this game. He had 10 catches for 109 yards and a TD. He also had a fumble. It was one of the dumbest plays I've ever seen in my life. So Ryan Fitzpatrick throws him the ball. He catches it. The chains are moving. It's a first down that we desperately needed because we were trying to get some things going offensively. He catches the ball. He's going down. And he decides, we're down by a couple points. So I'm going to try to pitch this ball back and, make some type of miracle play. Maybe my teammate's going to see me pitching this ball back. He's going to pick it up and run it all the way in for a touchdown. It was such a bonehead play because there were 2 Eagles defenders there. And the guy that he was trying to pitch the ball to didn't even see him. So it was like, what is going on here? Like, it was just absolute craziness. And none of it made sense. And he played terrible for the day. A lot of his route running was so-so. Again, the interception where it was plain as it was an easy catch for Brandon Marshall. He got his hands on it. And it just, boom, it went right through his hands. And it was just like, what is going on? He just did not play well at all. The entire team just didn't look very good at all. So now you go to the Eagles side. You say, okay, well, man, Joe, what did they do just to absolutely beat you guys? Sam Bradford had a kind of day. He wasn't world beating. He wasn't crazy. But he had a decent enough day, and he put plays together to get the Eagles enough points to put them ahead. I mean, Sam Bradford was 14 of 28. 118 yards throwing the ball, and he had a TD. 1 TD. That lone TD went to Darren Sproles. Darren Sproles was all over the place in this game. He was abusing our linebackers in his matchups. That's something I'm looking to see a lot of teams probably going forward are going to do against us. They're going to try to get our linebackers in coverage. And this is something that I talked about as well in my last video for my picks, was that I was afraid of Darren Sproles because of how dynamic he was and the suspect coverage of our linebackers. And they took full advantage of that. And Darren Sproles was able to do all type of things. He was also able to return a punt for a touchdown as well, which was ridiculous. He got kicked to all the way in the corner, was able to get out of the corner because guys were throwing their bodies at him and missing all types of tackles. It was just a meltdown by the Jets. I mean, Ryan Matthews was their leading rusher as well. He had 25 carries for 108 yards. They actually ran on us pretty solidly. This is just crazy. Like, everything that I said that they couldn't do against us, they absolutely did. I mean, you know, Jordan Matthews was the leading receiver. He had 6 catches for 49 yards. I mean, outside of that, it was just like the Eagles were able to get turnovers. They were able to run on us. They were able to take advantage of us on special teams, and they were able to produce points off of that. And it was mind-boggling. And the Jets just, again, they just didn't look good at all. Even in the second half when our defense was able to clamp down on them and, you know, shut them out in the second half because they didn't score any points. But we weren't able to get anything going offensively. We just couldn't because of the turnovers. I mean, it's a week I want to forget. I just want to move on to the next week as a Jets fan. I mean, God, to watch this team just lose like this was frustrating, but it's just one loss. I picked the Jets, and that got me a loss. Wow. So, comment, rate, subscribe, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe. Please like the videos. Share the videos as well. I want to thank everyone that does watch and share my videos, guys. What a tough week for the Jets, man. So, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Peace.